good. So, all right. How's everyone this evening?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Good.
I had no idea you could sing like you can. It's very good.
Thank you. So
Been holding back on us.
that's kind of what most of my songs are about, actually. Is the fact that for a while I didn't even have a guitar. I used to write music a whole lot when I was younger. I'm 38 now, and I didn't own a guitar for about 8 years because I'd completely given up on it. And recently, this song I'm about to sing is about, it's about me in the sense that I wrote it from someone else's perspective. The song that they would sing to me if they could write songs. So, it's called Seasons. Time may heal, my wounds are open, fields of my doors, they are closing. I know I won't say sorry, please for me. You say you worry, and I don't give up on the rest of my season. Know all the reasons you turned away. I hope when you landed you find your sadness, breaking the promise you made to me, to me. Season made some bad decisions, and found myself on the street, as I'm sure some people here are experiencing.
Great. Play that song and you got that guitar for me.
So I was on the street, and I played a song for somebody, and then next thing you know, this guy with long hair and a backwards baseball cap comes up to me when the Salvation Army was watching. And he's like, "Hey, can you play that song for me?" And I was like, "Well, I don't have a guitar." He goes, "What if you had a guitar?" And I was like, "Well, then I could play the song." So he shows up with a guitar. Now, he didn't know this, but for a couple of weeks before this, I had been sitting at the Memorial Park right across from the parking garage over here. And I had been Googling how far one needed to fall to ensure that you didn't get back up again. Because I didn't want to, jump and then be just broken, and I wanted it to just be really quick. And then I got that guitar, and I don't know, it saved my life. It gave me hope again. Anyway, this is about despair and seeing people who don't see you. Yeah. Your eyes hide through, oh, your eyes hide through the invisible unfortunate few, with their backbacks and bedrolls and broken shoes. Oh, their backbacks and bedrolls and broken shoes. Must be something they've done, it's the prize they had won. So your heart and your heart knew. They see you stare and pass by without care, and with still lips they silently scream. You see me, I'm only one of you falling. See me, I'm only one of you falling. But your feet pass by, oh, your feet pass by, past the outstretched hand, the downcast eye, past hopeless faces aged before their time. Oh, past hopeless faces aged before their time. You've got problems yourself, have more burdens than wealth, and you certainly can't spare the time. And they see you go, never hoping you'll slow, and deep down they silently cry. See me, I'm only one of you falling. See me, I'm only one of you falling. But your eyes hide through, oh, your eyes hide through. Thank you. Two tips. It's kind of the point, Brian. All right. So then that happened. And the idea of God to me for the longest time, for most of my adult life actually, I didn't buy it. You know, I was too good for it. I was too smart. I'm not falling for this nonsense. And of course, these events keep happening. You know, your life keeps getting saved, and your destruction keeps being averted by happenstance, or so you think, until you don't. And then somebody reaches out, like Chris did, and you know, then of course later on, Compassion United, Freedom House, CHOP, and you have to realize that, you know, somebody is looking out for you. At least they were for me. And this is a song, it's called Mr. Benjamin. It's about you don't want to do a thing, or you think it's not what you're supposed to be doing, and somebody just keeps asking you to do it, you know, and eventually you have to give in. So. Some of you might recognize this from the Soundcheck song, actually. Mr. Benjamin, won't you sing us a song? Don't have to be pretty, and it don't have to be long. I just wanna hear some words and maybe a verse to help us make it through the day. I know that you don't feel much like playing, but I understand every word you're saying. And I know there's no hope for the wicked, Mr. Benjamin. Oh, Mr. Benjamin, sing us a song. Mr. Benjamin, I know you've seen pain. The road you're walking has its sunshine, its rain. But I'll be with you with every step you take. I'll be listening for every song you make. I know that you don't feel much like playing, but I understand every word you're saying. And I know there's no hope for the wicked, Mr. Benjamin. Oh, Mr. Benjamin, sing us a song. Mr. Benjamin, thank you for your song. It was beautiful and it wasn't too long. I just want to let you know that your words and your verses never make it through the day. How about now? You still feel not like playing. I'm still listening for every song you're making. Maybe now there will be hope for the wicked, Mr. Benjamin. Oh, Mr. Benjamin, sing us a song. All right, so this one is called Fireproof Paper, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Be sure to say what you wanna keep, 'cause the fields are burning, there won't be much to read. Oh, it's only your one gives a damn if he's in banking on some fool's promised land. So only write your dreams down on fireproof paper, because the world is on fire and it'll burn you down. Only write your dreams down on fireproof paper, because the world is on fire and it'll burn you down, 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 burn you down. Leave it to a preacher to lead the speechless. Don't invest time into a cause that's lost. Take all your silver pieces and give them up to Jesus. But when the Bible comes to call, what have you bought? Only write your dreams down on fireproof paper, because the world is on fire and it'll burn you down. Only write your dreams down on fireproof paper, because the world is on fire and it'll burn you down, 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 burn you down. Only write your dreams down, fireproof paper, because the world is on fire and it'll burn you down, yeah. Only write your dreams down on fireproof paper, because the world is on fire and it'll burn you down.
He's awesome. He's awesome. He's all music, right?
All right, and so we don't end on like all this dour stuff. This is a song. It's called Daisy. It's about acceptance. It's about it's always good to be ambitious and to strive and to want to do better and be better. But sometimes that can make us not see what we have in front of us. We need to remember to appreciate that, I think. So that's what this is about. Waste your life chasing roses, but you only come away with thorns. And as for me, I like daisies, the way they shimmer in the breeze and are a pleasure to hold. Every time that I took a daisy home. Took a daisy home. On the right path, motives are wrong. Yeah, I only know because I'm singing the same song. And I know that you get along. That's the one you're waiting for. Is your opportunity, baby? And baby, there is the door. Yeah, waste your life chasing roses, but you only come away with thorns. But as for me, yeah, I like daisies the way they shimmer in the breeze, and are a pleasure to hold. Every time that I touch your own, my fingers come away on, but it's all. I think it's finally time that I took a daisy home. Took a daisy That is it. That's what I got.
Wasn't that great, y'all? Man, you didn't miss a lick. That was really great. Okay, so we're going to take a short intermission, so if you need to go to the restroom, get some coffee, or anything like that.